Good evening, everybody. Doing Crusader Kings 2 tonight. First thing I want to do, though, is make sure that we don't have any dropped frame problems like we had last night. I'm just going to make sure that all the settings are where they need to be. We'll have a little bit of a chat, as we usually do at the beginning of the broadcast. And then we're going to settle in for the continued journeys of the House of Rose. Hope everybody's feeling all right tonight. Definitely have a high number of dropped frames, but though is make sure that we don't have any dropped frame problems like we had last night. I'm just going to make sure that all the settings are where they need to be. Alright, well, sounds alright to me. I am getting a really high number of dropped frames on my OBS, though, so if anybody can give me a quick heads up just in terms of the overall quality, that would be much appreciated. So yeah, let's talk a bit about last stream and everything that's come since. So I do need to apologize for last stream. It was fun to do Hotline Miami, but I definitely kind of got waylaid by the streaming problems, the upload difficulties. I am still showing a fairly high number of dropped frames, but it didn't seem to have a problem when I was watching the video. So any of you good people out in chat, if you can just let me know if everything looks the way that it should, that you're not buffering or there's any kinds of difficulties inside. If there is, I'll definitely... I'm trying a new kind of batch of settings. Now, hopefully they're ones that will make the stream better, but I don't actually know until, I get that kind of feedback. But with that in mind, I definitely felt I could have done a better job in the last cast, especially one where we were supposed to be celebrating the acquisition of a new game. Very special thanks to the donation that allowed us to get Sunless Sea. I will be returning to that game, but at the moment I've got... definitely got a hunger to be playing Crusader Kings 2. I think one of the nice indicators... I was going to say, even though the last stream wasn't exactly what I was hoping for, I think one of the things that I liked the most was I was doing nothing but looking forward to hitting the start stream button tonight. So, hope you guys are going to have as much fun as I intend to tonight. And the other thing is, I still need to find a better balance for the kinds of games that I play, because I was just thinking about all of the games that I want to play on stream, all the stuff we've started, all the stuff that people seem to enjoy, and it'd be good to get back to. I haven't played Shadowrun Dragonfall in a while. I wanted to do the original Genesis Dragonfall game on stream as well. We've got... Hello! Can I still call you Mr. Pornstar, or do you prefer Mr. Triple XV? How's it going? Sorry I didn't get to say proper goodnight to you last stream, by the way. I got a little sidetracked with some of the technical issues. But I hope you're feeling alright. I know things weren't going that great for you on the last stream, but hopefully you can unburden yourself and enjoy your time here on the Crusader Kings stream. Philippe Bar, I just got a notification that you followed. I think we should probably be getting an in-stream notification as well. We'll be jumping into the game in a little bit, but it's nice to have a chat. And, I'm getting a notification from my brother that he wants some evidence that I'm actually alive, and we'll at least go into single player to see how the video quality is going. Doesn't matter. It's always good to address people by their proper... You're moving away? Where are you moving to? Hey, Bad Idea Panda. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I was going to say, it's definitely getting very crowded. I am having some trouble finding out who I should be visiting on stream now, because there's so many good people going live. So, with that in mind... all of the people who are here tonight, it's a Friday night, there's a lot of people casting tonight. Thank you so much for being here, especially because I was apologizing for the previous stream with the technical difficulties. It sounds like we are good, that the high number of dropped frames is my computer lying to me. Washington Street. Not familiar with it, but I'm sure I'll get to hear all about it. Tell me, I hope the move is a good thing. Tell me all the things you're excited about for that move. But yeah, I was just going to say, the one thing that I will say about Crusader Kings 2, so again, there's a bunch of games that I want to play. Like Antichamber was one where a lot of people got to see this channel for the first time and they really enjoyed it, and I haven't gone back to that game ever again. But the one thing about Crusader Kings 2 that I notice is that if I don't play it for a while, I always think about the things that I want to do in the game. You know, what area I want to conquer, what strategy I want to try out, and things like that. So, Washington State, I'm an idiot. Pineapple War, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by the stream. All right. We're getting a full lobby. I guess I need to actually start playing this game I promised. Sorry, I'm just going to snack for a second. So I've actually got some new faces in the crowd, so I know some of the regulars here are probably going to get tired of hearing me talk about this, but let's talk a little bit about the start of this game, what we've accomplished, what we're going to be trying to do. Yeah, sorry for the snacking, but I'm hungry. Alright, so I did not own the Charlemagne expansion when I first had this game, so we began in the Old Gods, which I believe is 867 AD, the year of our Lord. And the goal of this playthrough was to start as a count and see how far that we could get. So we were the lowly count of Westmoreland, we were conquered by the Vikings, and, well, here's this beautiful British Empire that's slowly creeping across the map. Exactly. Who's not hungry? I don't actually have a mute on this microphone, so it's one of the reasons why I try not to snack too much on stream, because I'm sure you guys would probably prefer to hear something other than, you know, masticated sandwiches and Twix bars and things like that. But with that in mind, I will occasionally break the rule and give you people the pleasure of hearing things being mashed between my jaws. So, we are the House of Rose. We've survived Vikings, we've survived the English, kings of all that we survey. I spent a while being a tyrant and actually starting to redistribute titles among family members. Now that I'm expanding into Scandinavia and Spain, I'm already screwing up my placement. I need to start stealing some titles and giving them to people who I want, you know, family members who I want to have this. Oh, okay, actually, never mind. So Ofra's a member of my dynasty. I do kind of want the title king, but we'll worry about that later. But yeah, I generally like to have family... Oh, wait. Never mind, we got family members in every single one of these, these counties. How dare I question myself and my wise rule. Wonder if Britain will ever conquer the world, since Britain's read the Civil should be nice. Yeah, well, I mean, one of the things I'm thinking about, I don't actually have the conversion for Europa Universalis, but I'm thinking when we get to the end of this playthrough, it'd actually be kind of fun to convert this and see what ridiculous things we can get up to when we have a larger map to play with. So let's talk a little bit about the strategy that we were thinking of last game. One problem that we were running into... Hang on. This was not... This Italian now? Okay, this used to be owned by Aquitaine. Something happened here. And I don't remember Aquitaine owning anything of Italy's. Italy was definitely the guys I was worried about. Did I fall asleep and leave this game on? I don't know. But I'm at war, so now I'm going to need to... Oh, but it's a crusade, so I'm not too worried about that. Oh, stupid. Yeah, I was just going to say this. I am new to this game, so I was thinking, oh, well, I'll probably figure out what that means later on. But I'm glad it was autocorrect and I'm not that... A very special thank you to Doc Chalk for doing a little bit of supervising of the stream just to make sure that the quality was what it should have been. Well, I mean, I have quality issues, but that we're not dropping frames like OBS is falsely reporting. So, plans that we had before. Originally, the plan was to take Spain. I really like this idea of having sort of a western coast I don't need to worry about. It gives me the option of going south and claiming some lands in the name of the one true faith. I do have the option of kind of going east. That does involve fighting some fairly strong kingdoms. You'll see that Italy has got 18,000 troops. Now, of course, this is nothing compared to the 35,000 troops of Britannia, but of course I am on an island, whereas they have got some fairly effective land routes to contest those territories. So just this wonderful choke point here would be something that I'd like to get. Oh, I keep forgetting that I don't believe my cursor shows. So the choke point of the mountains would be ideal. And of course, the most important thing here is that this whole area is controlled by Muslims, so it's very easy to pick up these territories and add them to my realm. Yeah, well, I mean, there's something to be said about starting off as a count in Britain. Like, it's not trivial, but it's nice to have this island to, keep you from doing anything too ridiculous. And, in this case, we were able to... I mean, we got lucky on a couple of things. Having the opportunity to seize the throne of Scotland, especially when their army was so weak, that definitely pushed us ahead of our plans a little bit earlier. And then, of course, there's just natural expansion plans, right? You've got these routes directly to Ireland, so why don't you take advantage of those? And, hey, here's Iceland, Nobody cares about Iceland. You can just go take that. We weren't actually planning on going into Scandinavia originally, but the opportunity presented itself, so I figured it was probably a good idea to just claim the territory that I could, because, of course, it does give me another option if things get too hairy down in Spain, or, of course, I've got currently good Christians holding a lot of this territory, so if I take all the territory that I can easily conquer without angering people who I don't want to anger, I at least have some options in terms of expansion and just getting those revenues up. I am really behaving not in the way I would like to see the world run. Effectively, what I'm doing now is I'm engaging in conquest in foreign lands, specifically so I can build up my infrastructure in England. I've really fallen behind in terms of building things like colleges to get my technology up. My technology is okay for the time, and certainly most of my rivals are not where they're really a credible threat to me. But that doesn't mean I should rest on my laurels. I really do want to make sure that I'm keeping ahead of my tech, and universities are fantastic ways to do that. So, Pineapple War sees something. Why autocorrect? Yeah. All right. So what else were we going to talk about? Oh, Greenland. So I mean, first thing we'll maybe do just before we unpause the game is we'll just take a quick review in terms of what our advisors are doing. I don't think we have too much to fear as far as vassals who don't like me. I can actually probably buy most of these people off with titles. So let's just get that out of the way. You can become Master of the Horse. Again, doing my best to keep it all in the family. I completely forgot who I gave that title to. There we go. Again, you can get Master of the Hunt. And it's just this mayor. I mean, the tax is nice. 17% away from... I'm losing 17% because of his opinion. I guess I could have just checked opinion for that. Oh, it's... Yeah, it's because he's heathen. What'll it cost me? Yeah, I'm not spending 102 gold to get my tax revenue up. I'll just wait till he gets offed. This is true. Of course, we don't like to call them earthquakes and volcanoes. We're thinking the wrath of God. We're a very pious family, too. One of the traditions of the House of Rose has always been shortly after... I mean, this guy's 21, so give him some time. But traditionally, the House of Rose has produced rulers who are more pious than the Pope. So, the one thing that we do need to worry about right now is factions. I generally have a little bit of a hangover from my tyrannical behavior in other playthroughs... not playthroughs, of other generations, where we have fairly large numbers of factions, and I'm not too worried about them individually. Like, I can always just raise my troops and crush them, or of course I can just use my, mercenaries. Like, I could use my fairly large treasury to bolster the support that I need for, to deal with any revolutions. But with that in mind, it's still a good idea to sort of get rid of this stuff, so... Looks like we've already got a spy master working on this. Now, I'm not entirely sure why my chancellor is buttering up Oshir. Let's see if we can find something more useful for him to do. Ideally, fabricate a claim. King of Galacia. Well, this is fantastic, actually. So this was originally Aquitaines. But it's possible. Let's just try and take this straight out. I mean, again, I can't declare war because I don't have the CB, but that sounds like a slightly better use of my Chancellor's time. Where's he ruling? He is... nowhere? I just want to know what the capital is. Whatever, I'll go for Santiago just because it's bordering my territory. Oh, Pineapple War. Okay, sorry I didn't get to have too much action with you, but thank you for following. I hope to see you again soon. Have a great night. Alright, so we're going to keep working on the Spanish conquest. I don't believe we can declare war on my good Muslim neighbors. Oh yeah, I'm already at war with them because of the crusade. So I need to wait for that to finish. And I believe I am currently conducting a war in the war north of the wall. And we actually already have that under siege. So let's just unpause and get this taken care of. Okay. Need a new chaplain. Oh, speaking of which, I probably haven't appointed successors. Oh, it's because I don't have any successors. Well, crap. So right now I don't have... Well, actually that's not true. I could maybe start proselytizing in the Spanish territories. I would have preferred to use him for cultural tech, but I actually think it's a better idea that I start converting these provinces as quickly as I can. The main reason for that is the last thing I want to have is a revolution breakout at a time I want to use my army for something else. So, still not quite aligned with the long-term success of the empire as I had planned, but I think a bit of a necessary step. It has come to my attention that Chancellor of Galatia, Robin Domain, has bribed and threatened his way through my domain, trying to get enough people to recognize a claim on my title that he has fabricated for his liege, Duke Edward of Galatia. Makes me feel slightly better about fabricating my own claim. Edward de Castillon has decided to go ahead and use a claim on my title despite having nothing more than a laughable and obviously fabricated document to back it up. That bastard! So what did he claim? County of Porto. Well, he's currently under siege by the Muslim hordes, so I have a feeling I don't need to worry about him too much. Of course, I should worry about my own territories, but that's another matter. I already committed quite a few troops to the Crusade for Jerusalem, and basically they left me high and dry. Although I still have the highest contribution, so maybe I should actually consider... I'll wait till my current war is done, and then I'll maybe move my retinue down to assist. Speaking of which, let's look and see what we can add into that. We got 2,000 more troops. I could use more horse, but I'd kind of like to get the pikemen up to 1,000 as well, so let's add them first. Can I add horse? I can. Nice. Alright, losing advisors all over the place. New Marshal. Well, 21 works for me. I think I'm actually pretty much at my... I mean... My demand limit could be slightly higher, but I'm not entirely sure it's the best use of my resources right now to get him to train more troops. So I'm just going to get him to research military tech. Again, this is the sort of thing that I would want my court chaplain to be doing right now, save for the fact that I sort of want stability in the realm as quickly as I can. And of course, we are good Christian people who can't stand the sight of foreign religions in our territory, so... We'll live with it. In the meantime, we did claim some territory. Actually, looks like we got a VIP because we've got 100% war score. So let's offer that peace. I always like... So it's nice to have holy wars because it basically puts the territories directly under your control. One drawback about it, of course, is that if they convert to Christianity, you are done. So... fortunately, they didn't do that in this case. So what I'm going to be doing here is creating a new vassal. It's just because it's a city, so I don't have any benefit from it. And then the next thing I need to do is think about who I give this county to. Just want to take a look at the duchies. So one thing I want to be kind of careful about. The plan here is to make sure that I give each of my sons and or siblings sort of some territory of their own. Looks like I'm full up. What does he control? More, yeah. So the idea here is that I'm going to... Actually, who has the title for this? We can find that. Oh, he's one of my... Oh, he's the Swedish vassal. Okay, well, King Offa doesn't like me very much. And it's kind of complicated. So I take 200 prestige hit, lowered opinion by 80, and other vassals by negative 40. So this is going to hurt, but I actually want to get this out of the way right now. Because the previous guy I had died before I could do this, so it's gonna suck, but I'll live. If they declare war on me, I just use my troops to set it right. I'm doing this mostly just so I can make sure that the titles are what I want them to be. Large merchant caravan from distant lands has arrived at the gates of your stronghold. Their leader, a jovial man of massive girth, pleads with you in a strange accent to grant them shelter from the elements for the night. Very well, let them in. As evening falls, the fat merchant sits by the fire and regales you and the rest of the court with his stories of his travels. His appetite seems insatiable, but as you do not wish to prove a poor host, you order your servants to bring a second serving. Tell us more about this mythical realm of Hindustan. Dawn breaks and the caravan prepares to move on. The merchant insists on leaving you a gift as thanks for your hospitality. He shouts a terse command in a foreign language, and a young man comes forward. This eunuch will serve you well, the merchant says. His loyalty to you, his new master, shall be beyond reproach. It is very kind. I accept your gift. My liege, may you live in harmony and contentment. I humbly accept that your decision to revoke the kingdom of Sweden, though it grieves me deeply. So, we've got a couple of problems here. Kite, how is it going? Great to see you again. Yes. Laws. You know what? It's a really easy way for me to deal with the... Oh, damn it. It's Gavelkind Succession. So I'm actually going to need to make friends. Alright, I need to think about this for a little bit. Okay, actually one more thing I need to do. Can't take that title because he's not under me. Alright, so what's the deal with this duchy now? One way to get rid of vassals, of course, is to steal their titles. So this basically makes everybody hate me. But I'm okay with that right now. Yeah, it's a fantastic way for me to lose all my opinion. So I'll give him the... I'll give him the duchy, although I don't think that will solve my vassal problems. Oh, it does. Fantastic. Okay. So now I just need to find some place to give... CPO Williams, how is it going, my friend? All familiar faces today. This is fantastic. We got a couple... Actually, the funny thing is, all the time I was spending in Jesse Quill's stream and Black Dahlia, both casters who you should really check out. have actually resulted in more followers than when I stream. But it's actually nice to see these people stopping by as well. But I always have a special place in my heart for the old guard, the folks who keep me going every time. I was really looking forward to streaming tonight, so you guys have rewarded me very greatly with your presence. I hope everybody's feeling good. So, just doing my idiot check to make sure that everything is under control. All right, so I think the better thing for me to do right now is start finding some roses who don't have titles that I can pass this on to. I mean, if I have a son, fantastic. I've got somebody who I can work with, but I have a feeling... Oh, looks like that line's basically died out. Oh, hello. Oswolf.